Hi, travelers, and welcome to May 17th, 2019. It has been, I don't know, a moment since I posted up a reading. Kind of give you a rundown of what's been happening with me. As you guys know, I've been in the process of buying a house, and so I had to been working on my credit score, which I got up to 740. Yay! However, I applied for a loan yesterday. I did it back in January, and what they were offering just wasn't enough to buy the kind of house that I'm looking for in the area that I'm in, which is Corpus, and the housing market here is really kind of strange. Then I worked and got on it. So I went back yesterday and I had the guy run the numbers, and he, was able to increase it a good bit. But then he says, well, we can do it and I can give you the verbal approval, but if the underwriters get it, they may deny it because your daughter just turned 15. So because they're counting the child support income that I get towards my income. And she just turned 15 in April. So had she been 14, had I been able to get more money at the beginning, then I could have gotten my loan. But I waited to try to get more money and, of course, work on that credit score. And he goes, well, your credit score is fantastic. It's just great. But because she turned 15 now, it's right on the cusp of 50-50. I may get it. I may not get it. So I saw a house that I liked. It wasn't the kind of house really that I wanted. So I'm going to try again maybe in 3 or 4 months. And I'm going to increase my income. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. And apply again because of the kind of house that I'm looking for. And so if any of you have ever been through the process of buying a house, you know that it ranks up there. What are those 8 stressful things or the 6 most stressful things? It's like divorce and death, moving. Buying a house is some stressful crap. And I'm doing it all alone. I don't know a whole lot about purchasing property, so I've signed up to go take the city offers a free first-time homebuyers program, and they teach you everything you need to know, the terms. So I'm going to go down and do that, and I'm going to just spend this little time waiting. And so the way I've been kind of looking at it is that it's just the universe's way of saying to me, now is not the right time. And I'm hoping that on this third try, the charm, and that there'll be a house for me that is heaven sent. You know what I mean? It'll have everything that I want exactly the way that I want it, with potential. And so, in addition to that, my BlackBerry Priv, y'all remember when I was telling y'all how I had saved for that phone and I finally got it? Yeah, it's an old ass phone. I think they made them in 2014 and I bought mine in 2015. It was on sale. It just stopped working. It won't accept or receive any calls. I've taken it to the repair shop. I've replaced the SIM card reader. I've replaced the tray. Nothing seems to work. So I had to break down. Since I didn't get the house yesterday, I took a portion of my earnest money payment. And that was the whole thing. I've actually been operating off of 2 devices for the past month and a half because I was looking forward to buying that house. And a new phone can run you anywhere from $700 to $1,000, depending on what model you get, right? And for me, the phone is not just for Instagram and Facebook. Matter of fact, I don't even use those 2 things. I got rid of the Facebook group. Oh yeah, I got rid of it again because of the new quote-unquote rules and regulations that they've got up for people. I still don't trust them with my information. But everything that I do in terms of work, in terms of customers, in terms of writing out ideas about what I want to post articles about, information that I run across, that's in my phones. That's how I use it. This is like my personal assistant. It really is. So since I didn't get the house, I went ahead and broke down and got myself another phone. So my new BlackBerry device, because I am a devoted BlackBerry fan. Unfortunately, BlackBerry got killed right around, I don't know, I want to say 2009, when the Android operating system came on the market. So they don't make a lot of phones anymore. and you can only get support for up to a year when you purchase a new phone. So that's where I'm at, and it's been giving me fits because this phone, I can access the internet with it and all of my documents, but the other one I'm using is an old BlackBerry with a cracked screen, and I can only make phone calls on receive and make phone calls on that device. So that's where I am. That's what I've been doing. My kid is about to graduate. Well, not graduate. She's about to come out of 9th grade, going into 10th grade. She had an academic program. She has achieved the summa cum laude designation. She will be starting her college summer session courses here in a couple of weeks. She will be moving her hospital volunteer from one hospital to another. She's going to go over. She wants to be a pediatrician, so we're going to be moving it from the main hospital over to the children's hospital. And we got eclipses coming up. Yeah, we got eclipses. So I've got to get that information done. So for those of you on the website, I know I've been extremely quiet. I haven't posted a lot of articles. I've got things in the works. There's a class that I took that I'm having to go back and go through the videos and amass the information. So please just bear with me. You guys are really, really awesome. Another thing, don't wait, and this is for anybody out there listening, and it doesn't apply just to me, okay, as a reader. Most times you guys are on YouTube and you reader shop. All readers know that. And a lot of times you are looking for the story that's happening with your life or what's going on right now. And what I always say is you don't have to wait until you hear something or see something in order to get a reading. Sometimes we just need a bit of peace of mind. Sometimes we just need someone to listen. Sometimes we just need someone to give us an objective point of view because you're too close to a situation. And sometimes you just need a little, I don't know, a confirmation about something. And so no matter what reader that you go to, don't wait until you see something. Don't wait until something reaches a crisis point. If you have questions, always ask. That is the best thing. So with that being said, we're going to, oh yeah, about my phone. I went ahead and broke down and got it because June 1st, them Chinese are going to be slapping back on the retaliatory tariffs. And I can promise you that the electronics division things will go up. So I kind of got in on that. But anyway, I'm going to be using today the Impressionist Tarot. We will clarify with either the playing cards and or La Vida Sibila, but you will get an opportunity to wrap up the reading with an angel answer card, okay? I just kind of feel, maybe it's just me, but there's a lot of tense energy for me. I don't know if it's because of all the things that I'm going through in the sense of the volume of things that I'm having to do, or because quite frankly, my life is not bad. You know, it could be worse. So I try to look at things like that. And that's what I told the guy, the loan officer. I was like, well, I guess the best thing that came out of this is that, you know, I got to hear what my true credit score was. So that's the bright side. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I've already done some shuffling on the cards. I hope that you guys are we have a holiday coming up on around the weekend of the 26th, I want to say, or 27th. That's going to be our Memorial Day weekend. So I think that's a 3-day weekend. I'm not exactly sure. And, you know, we are zipping along 2019. I mean, June is going to be the 6th. We are at the halfway point. I cannot believe that. 2020 is going to be huge, people. Huge. All right, here we go. The 5 of Swords. The 3 of Cups. I will show you these cards. The Knight of Wands. The Hierophant. So I've got 2 5s. The Queen of Cups. The Four of Cups. The King of Cups. Wow. The Ace of Cups. Holy smokes. And the Seven of Cups. Holy smokes. Now, if that ain't a lot of damn cups, I don't know what is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cups with one major arcana, a sword, and a wands card. How awesome is that? Okay. And here over the advice card at the top of the reading, I think this is the Two of Wands. Okay. So, what do twos represent? Twos represent choices, options, duality, a crossroads, right? Sometimes it can represent an obstacle, somebody being in opposition to you, okay? Or a situation being opposed to you. But, y'all know my saying, there's more than one way to skin a cat when you're at that crossroads. And so if you got, let's say, two choices or two options to choose from and neither one of them are quite great, there's always a third way. You just have to figure out how to see it. Right? Life is a series of choices. So, I have 2 5s. Now, this is interesting because I have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and 5, and a 7. Now, I have 1, 2, 3 court cards here. So, automatically, those are taken off the table. I can't read those to you. So, what I'm going to try to do is give you a give me a second. The cards are speaking to me. I'm going to try to give you a timing on this best I can. Now, besides the number of cup cards that are here, what stands out the most, and I'm going to show you. First, let me give you the whole, show you all of the cards, okay? See if I can back that up for you so you can kind of see that. 5 of Swords. Three of Cups. You know, Knight of Wands. The Hierophant. The Queen of Cups. The 4 of Cups. The King of Cups. The Ace of Cups. And the 7 of Cups. Now, what stands out to me the most, besides the number of cups in this particular spread, are the boats. Now, boats can sail with directionality and intentionality, or they can drift along. They can find a dead calm. They can be shipwrecked. They can drop anchor. Uh, they provide travel. There's recreation. There is commerce involved. They allow you to travel long distances across water. There's a lot of water here with all of these cups. Now, the queen and the king, obviously, first out of the gate, we are talking about perhaps a couple, okay? But at the same time, we're looking at water signs, so Cancer, Scorpio, and or Pisces. But if not that, what we are dealing with are some two people that have a lot of emotions. They are themselves perhaps sensitive, highly emotional, have a depth of feeling, sometimes can even have psychic intuition. Okay, there's only one earth card in this particular spread, and that is the Hierophant. He represents the sign of Taurus, and Taurus is ruled by their planets have co-rulers, or they co-rule signs. And then when I say that, it's typically they will rule two different signs. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. The moon rules water signs. Venus co-rules, and that's three signs for the moon. So that would be Scorpio, Cancer, and or Pisces. And then we have Venus, who represents, she co-rules both both Taurus and Libra. Now, Taurus is about your values and value systems. Okay, so Venus in that rulership, she asks you to act from the heart. She asks you to put everything that you have into something. That sign also rules your personal finances. So this is about looking at the value, the third dimensional value versus the spiritual value of things, right? In the sign of Libra, she asks you to look at the balance of things. Is it fair? Is it right? Is it equal? Right? But how they tie in together, the financial portion, the self-value, and the partnership aspect with Libra, the way Venus works is that in order to gain any kind of finances or negotiations and or situations contained within a partnership, you have to be able to bring the fairness, the harmony. You've got to be able to negotiate it in a way that everybody feels like they're getting exactly what they want out of it, or convincing people to come along and join you so that you can both prosper, or you can both join forces in these things. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I think you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so that's how she's showing up. This card is showing up even with the Hierophant there. Now, what's interesting to me is that in the regular traditional tarot, you see that the Hierophant has two keys at his feet. This guy's got one key hanging off his belt. What do keys do? Keys lock things up and keep them safe or secret, or things opens things up so that you can retrieve them, or reveal things, right? And for some reason, I think that key is quite important in this reading. I just don't know how yet. Now, across the top, the Five of Swords, we are looking at a situation perhaps where we feel the fact that these boats are not in the water tells me that we're at some kind of point, or we are at a situation where maybe we feel dry. Maybe it's our thoughts. Maybe it's the way that we're speaking to each other. But we have reached a point where, in effect, we've kind of beached or stranded ourselves, right? The boats have been pulled in out of the water. But there's that one boat way in the back that's still out in the water. With the Three of Cups, what I'm looking at, the threes are always the start of something, two things coming together to make a third. So this could be celebrations, this could be invitations, this could be good news, this could be I don't know, any number of things. But it has been brought about by this idea that two things have come together to give the possibility of the third one. Now, here's this Knight of Wands, and he's looking back over this situation, right? To me, the Knights, they do bring news and messages, but at the same time, it's some kind of event, because a lot of times the Knight of Wands will show up when there's some kind of travel involved. And with all of these boats, if it's not travel for sure, then there is some kind of movement surrounding this. I think the Hierophant here is asking you to choose wisely, to be diplomatic, to be tactful, to try to negotiate in the best interest for yourself, which is never selfish. With this Queen of Cups, perhaps some of you are in this space right now where things are really good for you, okay? But what I find to be most interesting about these cups is this. From the 3 to the Queen is 4 cups. From the 3 to the Ace is 4 cups. Here's a 4th cup, a 4 of cups right there. From the 3 to the King, 4 cups. Okay. 2 cups here with these guys. 2 cups here. 3 cups. 5 cups. 5 cups. 7 cups, which show up here. And then suddenly, the Ace with the 7 gives me 8 cups. 8 cups. 8 cups. And then here, it's a 10 of cups with an Ace. So whatever this thing is, it's this idea that things are changing, but they may not be changing in a manner which really feels good, or which maybe we're fantasizing a lot about it. Maybe sometimes I've seen the King of Cups when he shows up with the 7 of Cups, or even the Queen, that maybe you're dealing with a codependency situation where maybe one partner or both partners are drinking or doing drugs. Maybe I got a spending habit. I don't know. A gambling habit. Something of that nature. To me, I think if I had to pick out, see, from the 4 to the Ace is 5 cups. So there's been some kind of, I don't know, letdown in a way. I don't know if this is a hormonal thing. Could be. But this idea that 7, 8, 9 cups, same thing. There's 9 cups here. I think there's just some kind of difficulty about somebody making the decision or the choice. Maybe there have been life circumstances that are preventing the 10 of cups from showing, because it almost reads as though you already have everything that you want, could possibly want or need, but you feel that something is missing. That's really what's coming across. Now, let me take a look to see if I can see anything about this Hierophant next to all of these pip cards here. Okay? Can't look at these court cards because they represent people and situations. So let me go back to where I was. We will start with the 5 of Swords next to the Hierophant. Maybe this is some kind of contractual issue that did not go well for this couple. Maybe there's been an argument. I don't know. Let me see what it says. Okay, we have 2 5s. 2 5s tell of new experiences ahead, but 2 5s can also speak to the idea that there's been constant bickering, fighting, and ill will Well, constant outside interference from others, okay, and maybe that's what that's about, has created some problems, bickering and backstabbing and ill will from others outside of this relationship. Okay, this could even be a business relationship, so don't just look at it like it's a romantic relationship and or a marriage. Maybe it is a marriage, but in terms of y'all actually being married to each other, this could also be y'all run a business together. Sometimes that's what the Hierophant can represent. So nothing about the Five of Swords. Let's take a look at these three, at all of these damn cups, because that's where we're going next. We will start with the Three of Cups. Then I'm going to read to you with the Hierophant. It tells of an up-and-coming gathering, meeting, or convention which will reap positive rewards. It could be an unusual or unconventional gathering or specialized meeting or conference. All involved will be appreciative of the results, because sometimes this guy can show up like a lawyer or some kind of counselor, as can the Hierophant. It indicates a universal type of gathering. Well, it could be a wedding. It could be an engagement. It could be an anniversary. It could be a honeymoon. I don't know. It's something universal that everybody would recognize and understand. Okay, so now we're going to be looking at the Four of Cups to see if it tells us anything. Nothing about the Four of Cups. I'm going to go to the Ace of Cups now. And sometimes eights are about movement. They're like you've almost reached that point where you're about to move into something. Let's see. Nothing about the Ace of Cups. Now the Seven. I'm sorry. Yes, the Seven of Cups. Then I'm going to read to you the meanings of these particular cards. Okay? Here. Nothing. And whatever this message or this news or this trip brings, it doesn't bring any kind of satisfaction. And so either we are dreaming or escaping, or we're fantasizing about what this all means or how it's all going to play out. Maybe we are spending too much time fantasizing about how this is going to play out. There are no coins here. So it doesn't look like a lot's being done, but there sure is a bunch of feelings and shit going on. Right? Okay. Well, let's read the meanings of the cards here. We will start with the Five of Swords. All of the Swords cards are based upon Van Gogh. These are Van Gogh paintings. The cups are all, I want to say, Monet, Claude Monet. The wands are Edouard Manet. Okay. We ain't got no damn pentacles, but if we did, the pentacles would be by Degas. So, let's look at the Swords card. And the honest to God's truth, this is whatever this thing is, it's not as big as you think it is, okay? Or the situation in which you find yourself, it's not as vexing as maybe you feel it is, okay? I don't know if that makes any sense. Five of Swords. It says you are playing a zero-sum game where every win comes at another player's expense. With any luck, you'll be the victor who gets the spoils. The keywords are success, reward, accomplishment, and payment. Goes back to what I was saying, the value of it contained within the partnership. That's interesting. Okay, the cups, the Three of Cups. There's a lot of damn cups here. An evening with friends is overdue. Organize a gathering and toast the good fortune you have had in finding each other. The keywords are parties, revelries, festivals, and social events. That could be what all these ships are about. Here is the Knight of Wands. Now, I don't know if maybe you met someone while traveling, or maybe you guys have wanted to travel, and I don't know. I'm going to look at this Hierophant because he just kind of stands out. Knight of Wands, you are destined for a journey, a quest, or a rescue. Go out and find your holy grail. It's almost, well, there it is. The keywords are ardor, fervor, dynamism, and desire. The Hierophant. This Hierophant. You have a spiritual link to the divine. It says, if the card is reversed, however, you can dispense with convention and try more unorthodox methods of achieving your objectives. And maybe that's it. Maybe there's something has presented itself in a way that you don't feel good about, or there's some disagreement on between the two of you. The keywords are morality, conformity, obedience, theology, doctrine, and spiritual wisdom. And that's the key, isn't it? That's the key. Huh. Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is the perfect wife and mother. She highlights, if you're not a mother, okay, and if you're not a wife, what she does is she highlights your nurturing qualities, artistic vision, and intuitive abilities. The keywords are nurturing, healing, protection, and empathy. The fact that she's standing says something to me too, that she has a lot of strength. Maybe this is emotional strength, maybe more emotional strength than perhaps this king, because he's sitting down. All right, Four of Cups. You may be disenchanted and soured to new possibilities. However, there is beauty even in sadness, even if you need a period of quiet reflection before you carry on. The keywords are renewal, rejuvenation, restoration, and refreshment. There's a choice here. The King of Cups typically symbolizes business, law, or the ministry. You might need an advisor for guidance, or you might play such a role yourself. The keywords are kindness, generosity, compassion, and creativity. The Ace of Cups. This is a time for new relationships and new beginnings in affairs of the heart. Their potential is limitless and you will go far. That's if you're in the right place. The keywords are abundance, contentment, pregnancy, and fulfillment. And in case you're not wanting to have kids or you're past childbearing age, what is a pregnancy? A pregnancy is simply a moment in time where a seed has been gestated and it's being given time to develop before it can fully flower and blossom. Make sense? Seven of Cups. While dreams have their place, at some point you need to face reality and set a course for the future. If you cannot make a choice, time may make the decision for you. And sometimes that shit don't go right, right? So the keywords are fantasies, visions, imagination, and revelation. I get the sense that the key will come to you, the message, what to do, how to do, what direction to go in. The key will be coming to some of you through the dream time. That's what I'm getting. Now, the advice card is this Two of Wands. This is what's over the whole reading. This card says, success can be yours in business, especially if you have a partner. Look for connections that could be mutually beneficial. There's that Venus that I'm talking about. But remember that you are in control of your own destiny. The key. The key is the destiny. Because, as I say, keys can lock things or they can open things. They can contain secrets or they can reveal the truth. The keywords are vision, ambition, authority, and influence. Look, there's a mated pair of birds behind her. See that? 2 umbrellas and 2 birds. Cranes or storks or something like that. Again, that element of movement. Birds speak to communications and flight and movement. Home, nesting, those kinds of things. But what does a home and a nest really mean? It just provides you that security. It's a place where you can go and retreat from the world when you need to. Now, I'm going to use the La Vida Sibilas, and I'm going to take a look at this Hierophant here. That's first and foremost. And the reason why is because sitting underneath this 5 of Swords, it's trying to tell me something else, and I just don't know exactly what they're trying to tell me. So I'm going to try to clarify to see if I can get, quote unquote, a better picture. As you can see, it ignites this way. It's attached here, and it on the diagonal there. Okay. I don't know if some of you are having a difficult time letting go of something that is kind of coming through, or maybe there's somebody that you're dealing with that's having a difficult time letting go of something. Sometimes that Hierophant can be stubborn, like Taurus. Yeah. The Morte. So there's been some kind of end here, complete and utter separation. Maybe you haven't talked to the person. Maybe it's a divorce. Maybe it's a disagreement where we are devoid. You've taken your oars and your boat out of the water and you put your swords down. Alegria, pastime with family and friends. Now, we heard about this particular, perhaps, social event that may, you know, and the Il Nemico. Concealed anger, rivalry, and hate. Well, maybe there were crosswords said and you can't take them back now. Maybe you've got to wait a minute for the energy to settle down. I'm telling you, there's a lot of cups here. So that's why I say there's a lot of damn emotion going on here. Right? And so to me, that 4 of Cups is that respite time. Maybe you want to know how to make up, or what can you do to perhaps maybe reset the situation. Again, I still say that no matter what this is, for some of you, the information will come to you through dream time. So pay attention. I want to look at the Hierophant next. The Militare, relationship with law enforcement. But look, he's also climbing a hill. You see that? So to me, it speaks about struggle, effort. Vecchia Signora. Now, remember I was saying to you that 2 5s can be ill will and backstabbing and bickering, lies, deception, gossip coming at you from outside the relationship. Sometimes she shows up like a mother or a grandmother or an aunt figure. An older woman. And the Wheel of Fortune. Well. Well. Now, I think what is most interesting as well to me, this is our Jupiter card, but at the same time, this could be talking about Jupiter in reverse. Retrograde, because he just went retrograde not too long ago. He's in retrograde motion. So all of a sudden things are kind of going backwards. Maybe you had gained a lot and now it feels as though you've lost something, or maybe the momentum has slowed down in some way. But at the same time, Fortuna is the goddess who controlled, she steered the wheels of ships. She is the goddess somewhat like of fate, right? And sometimes she will represent the idea of someone steering a course for you that you're not even aware that they're steering. Typically, she wears a blindfold, okay? There's the cornucopia that she's holding. There's all of these blessings dropping out, but she's standing on the wheel. One slip one way, and she can come tumbling off. Four of Cups. And maybe there's been an argument with somebody in the family, and that has changed the course of everything. It may be over property, it may be over money, but it could also be over value systems. Does that make sense? Four of Cups. The Gran Signore. The man about town. The Gran Signore is considered to be a person of status and influence and authority. Got a lot of property, may be wealthy, may be rich. But he also represents somewhat like the King of Cups as well. So there could be this dual thing of you're in this situation with this king, because you show up as a couple, but at the same time, you may have to go to a lawyer, an authority, some kind of counselor, okay? Costanza, the unchanging nature, the immutable, I don't know, circumstances, the permanence of it all, the unchanging nature. And there's the Yardro. Now, the Thief. Maybe you find out somebody that stole something from you, right? But like I always tell people, maybe this is saying that there was a person attached to your group that has done something shifty. You know, I really don't know. Everybody's story is different. But the traditional meaning of the Yardro is theft of goods or services. But at the same time, people don't always have to steal goods and services from you. They can steal your peace of mind. They can steal your physical health. They make you so sick or so worried, you know what I'm saying, that you're suffering physically. They can steal your faith and trust in the universe and in the goodness of people and life and in situations. So there are many ways to steal from people, okay? So you always need to be aware of that. What I'm going to do is I want to pull cards on this set of cards, because it's almost saying like you're at a point where you recognize that this individual is never going to change. Maybe so. Well, you can't change them, right? So what can you do? You can change yourself. And when you change yourself by always voting in your own best interest, you can change the energy around the situation and change the outcome for yourself. Is it going to be easy? Hell no. But the question becomes, who or what is more precious than gold? What will or won't you sell your soul for? Yes? That's the question. So let me pull, I'm going to try to give you some kind of timing. There may be an offer that's coming, in which case, face the reality of the situation, because it may be doing a deal with the devil. Right? So, you know, consider the commitment that you may have to put into it. Four of Diamonds, Five of Diamonds, and the Queen of Wands. Now, if this is the idea that the relationship is breaking up and there's some financial issues, maybe there's estate, maybe there's property, maybe there's insurance. Maybe there's alimony. Maybe there's mortgages. Maybe there are actual business things. Maybe there are um, charities and volunteer organizations. Maybe it's all of those things, right? Because we have the two diamonds here, and the two diamonds in the playing cards represent finances. Remember I said to you there were no coins here. In the playing card deck, the Queen of Wands will represent someone who has a lot of fire in her chart. Okay, just as the face card can be dark haired. Maybe you just change your hair. I don't know. Maybe she's a fair haired individual. But in terms of the energy of the Queen of Wands, she's the businesswoman. Okay, so this is a person who absolutely positively can summon up the strength and the energy to move forward and do what she needs to do. Maybe some of you don't know exactly what that is at the moment. I'm going to pull some cards on here, and then I'm going to read you these meanings of this. It goes back to that choice, that decision, success in business, but that depends on how you're making a choice for yourself, right? Let's look at the Seven of Cups. Six of Diamonds. Look, King of... Look, it's the same thing. It's almost as if there's two different sides of you. But this could also be another couple. Or this could say this is your business partner coming up. Somebody's gonna, you know... 2 sixes. Well, isn't that interesting? Let's go to the cards. The truth is, in order to gain something new, you got to let something old go, right? Now, it says 2 sixes, marriage and riches. There they are. And there's this King of Wands in the center. And maybe this guy is just somebody you need to get some advice from, who's going to tell you or help you move through this. I don't know. You know? He may not be a water sign. You guys may not be a couple, but this could be somebody who can help you. And right now, you both are in that same energy space because you know he's trying to help you when you need the help. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna start with these 4 of Diamonds, and the 4 of Diamonds says a financial upswing, and an older person may give good advice. Well, there's that guy, but then there's that chick. Right? There's a theft of goods and services. But, you know, again, if you want to look at this not just as finances, it could be the doing of something. Maybe you join forces with somebody and then they're trying to screw you out of it. 5 of Diamonds. It says happiness and success, a change for the better. Birth or good news for a child. This is a good time to start new projects. Well, remember I said she is the business person. And there is your opportunity for abundance, pregnancy, fulfillment, joy, happiness, all of that stuff. 6 of Diamonds. Now, this says relationship problems, arguments, and a separation. But here is the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is, again, someone who's generous and spirited. Okay? But the 6 of Clubs says financial aid or success. So this could be the idea that you have 2 people to choose from. Right? It's this card. And I think this is somebody in your midst that you know here. That you surmise or determine that this person, or maybe that's what you've been wondering. Who is this person that I've been having difficulty with? Okay? But definitely these are 2 different men, and they show up again here. Okay? Let's pull cards. Wow. That's interesting. Formulate your question for the romance angel. Oh, that flew out, so we're going to leave that there. Go ahead and formulate your question. It definitely tells you that no matter what this situation is, it is going to change. Financial success for the better, whether this is you marry up or marry wealthy, or whether your business prospects change. Okay? Oh, hold on. There's something I wanted to see. whenever a king shows up between two cards of the same number, that tells you that there's some support for you here. Maybe the thing is you don't know exactly who that is. Maybe you don't know who to trust at the moment. Okay? Maybe that information will come to you through dream time. Right? That 2 says it all at the top. Here's your card. Ready? Reconsider. Now, what was this card? The situation will improve. Well, I don't know how, everybody's got a different story. Reconsider. There is an element of your plan that should be reevaluated. Take some time to really go through your project or proposal thoroughly. Share your intentions with a trusted friend or advisor who can give you objective feedback, and ask your angels for guidance. This is not the moment to make the change in your life that you are considering. A better time will come, or you will realize that you wish to choose a different kind of transformation for yourself. So, I don't know what to tell you about that. The situation will improve. Not from this, I don't know what to tell you. Your angels want you to know that they are aware that things are difficult right now. However, the situation is going to improve. It may take some time, and there will most likely be some hard work ahead of you. But the effort you put forth will be well worth it, and things are going to get better. Now is not the time to give up on wounded friendships or ailing relationships. There is still hope for the future. Take heart and continue to work toward a partnership where both parties are fulfilled and happy in the future. That don't mean you need to stay with the person if it's just not possible. You know what I mean? If you've got kids and property together, you're going to have to maintain some kind of relationship. I don't know what to tell you. So I want to take a look at something for you. If I had to put a time frame somewhat where this it may happen for some of you earlier or sooner. There is no exact timing in the tarot, but just throwing something out there, we may be looking at around November 13th through the 22nd. That's right before the end of the year. Okay? In which case, that time, reconsider, because the situation will improve. That's what I have for you. I hope that message helped you. And until next time, namaste. Oh, wait, I gotta find the thing. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend.